We are very excited to share new features from XL 2.19 with you today. Our 2.19 release includes updates to the operating system, and as a result, the software update may take a little longer than usual. Additionally, changes to the XL memory system may trim some of the oldest historical data. For most applications, if this occurs at all, it will only affect data that is several years in the past. Let's start with a quick overview of all the new features before stepping through each in more detail. Here is a roadmap for this video in case you want to jump right into a specific topic. Much of our effort during 2.19 development has been for our brand new product, the XL HD. Like all XL models, the HD boasts fully integrated hardware and software for monitoring and radically improving production. What sets the XL HD apart is its small size and integrated HDMI port, so you can connect any size plant floor scoreboard you want. XL automatically generates beautifully formatted contextual information that is optimized for your operators. We've also done a lot of work under the covers to enable easier, faster, and more robust updates to both the operating system and the XL application software. Amongst many other benefits, a streamlined update framework makes security updates simpler and faster, a feature of fundamental importance for manufacturing. These enhancements require no additional setup. It's automatically handled for you as part of the 2.19 update package. Now let's talk about our more evident features, like reclassifying counts. This feature gives you the power to freely transfer counts between good count and reject count, with full support for reject reasons. This is particularly helpful for applications with post-manufacturing inspection and QA. Our next feature, archiving reasons, makes maintaining a highly curated and focused list of reasons and reject reasons easier than ever. Archiving a reason prevents it from being used for new events, but ensures it will still appear in historical reports. This is helpful if you want to deprecate reasons that are no longer in use. Our next feature is designed to enhance cybersecurity on your local network. While XL has always used HTTPS to communicate with XL Enterprise, now XL can also use HTTPS within your local network. Along with HTTPS, we also added the ability to configure fully qualified domain names for XL devices, so you can reference them by name instead of by IP address. Our next feature is an update to the app bar that ensures you won't miss out on any valuable new features. The new cloud icon alerts you when new software is available, even when you aren't logged in as an administrator. Our last new feature is the ability to start shifts via the API without needing a configuration token. A typical application is to integrate external time schedule systems with XL. Now let's explore the features in more depth, starting with reclassifying counts. For some processes, reject counts and their associated reject reasons are not determined until after a shift or part run has been completed. Now you can retroactively reclassify counts, which is most commonly used to reclassify some good counts as rejects. To reclassify counts, log in as a supervisor or administrator. Then navigate to Settings, Modify Data, Reclassify Counts. Choose your desired time range using the time range selector in the top right-hand corner. You have the option to view time intervals by part run or the portion of a part run that occurred within a shift. Note that only completed part runs and shifts are available for modification. Once you have found the desired part run, click Reclassify in the first column. This will bring up a dialog where you can make your changes. In our example, we have no rejects listed, since all of our QA happens after the part run. During QA, we found 17 pinched cables and 20 bad seals. We simply enter those numbers into the appropriate box and click Reclassify. XL automatically and evenly distributes reclassified counts throughout the selected part run. Anytime you reclassify counts, there's a correlating entry in the diagnostics log, so you can easily go back and review any changes that were made. Our next feature, archiving reasons, enables you to curate your reason list in an ever-changing manufacturing environment. Companies sometimes define hundreds of reasons with the goal of having excellent information. Paradoxically, this often leads to poor information because it makes it harder for operators to select reasons, and it makes it harder for managers to maintain reasons. So for example, in the case of down events, we usually recommend defining no more than 25 reasons. To archive a reason, navigate to Settings, Reasons. For this example, we'll archive the down reason documentation, which we thought was relevant when we first began tracking, but is rarely used. Simply click the archive icon and then select Archive to confirm your selection. Make sure to save before you navigate away. You'll notice the documentation reason has disappeared from the list of down reasons. However, you can choose to show this and other archived reasons by checking the box. You can also restore a reason that you previously archived with the click of a button. If you encounter a reason that has a lock icon, that means it cannot be deleted or archived because it is currently referenced by a different configuration entity or because it is a system reason. For example, reasons can be associated with time schedules, parts, and inputs. Any such reasons will be locked until they are no longer referenced elsewhere. As another example, no shift scheduled is a system reason. Excel automatically assigns that reason, so it cannot be removed. Our next feature enables you to configure your Excel device to use HTTPS to communicate on your local network. This can be implemented in two different ways. 1. Upload your own SSL certificate to the Excel device. Or 2. Have Excel generate a self-signed SSL certificate for you. If you have the IT infrastructure to support it, we recommend using your own SSL certificate. This is because while a self-signed certificate will encrypt communication over your network, it will also trigger browser warnings. Ignoring these warnings can condition your team to ignore other browser warnings, which could be from potentially malicious sites. If you plan to use HTTPS, you must configure all Excel devices for this protocol. Otherwise, requests from an HTTPS device to a non-HTTPS device will be blocked by the browser and cause data to be missing from reports. To enable HTTPS, navigate to Settings, Network. Under Transport Security, select your preferred option. Once you have made your selection and uploaded the certificate if applicable, be sure to click Save. A related feature is that you can now assign fully qualified domain names to Excel devices, which makes accessing your Excel device easier. You can access them by name instead of IP address. You can also use the domain names in your enterprise hierarchy. Our next new feature is the App Bar New Software Alert. We regularly release feature-packed software updates for Excel, and we want to make sure that you don't miss any of them. The new App Bar Cloud icon alerts you when new software is available. If you are logged in as an administrator and click the icon, you will see an Update Software link. Click the link and Excel will take you to the Update Software page, where you can click the Install button to begin the update process. Our last new feature is the ability to start shifts via the Excel API without needing a configuration token. You can also include a team along with the shift ID. That's it for our new features in 2.19. But before we go, let's sneak into our R&D lab for a peek into the future with a feature we've been developing called the Management Console. The Management Console will bring you centralized configuration of all your Excel devices from Excel Enterprise. The Control Center will be the starting point for managing configuration of your Excel devices, providing you with instant access to your entire configuration universe. Stay tuned for more peeks into the future as we continue with the Management Console and lots more. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. If you have any questions, please reach out to us at support@vorne.com.